real quick before I get into the video, I need to shout out the sponsor of today's video, which is indeed App Bounty. I will leave a link to the app down in this video's description. Make sure you go ahead and check it out. Now, as you guys know, the ad rates on YouTube currently are very poor, so I do apologize if some of you guys are a bit annoyed that this is a sponsored video, but I would not shout out an application if I didn't think that it would be of great use to you. Now, obviously, you clicked on this video to learn how you can farm liquid divinium really quick within Black Ops 3 Zombies, and this app is going to be an alternative method to this farming strategy, because with this app you can get free PlayStation Network, Xbox Live, or even Steam cards, which can then be used to go ahead and get yourself some free Call of Duty points so you can get free liquid divinium or free supply drops within Black Ops 3. Now, the reason why I'm shouting out this application is because this is much better than any alternative apps to this app. For example, within the last liquid divinium video, I shouted out an app known as Pocket Flip, which is similar to App Bounty, but App Bounty is a lot better because there are a lot more tasks and a lot more various different ways you can earn points within the app than Pocket Flip or any alternative application. Now, if you've ever tried out apps similar to this before and you've thought that it's taken a while to get the points, I would highly recommend trying out this app because you'll notice that it's a lot better than any alternative apps, and you'll notice that you'll be able to build up points much faster. Now, if you download the app from the link in this video's description using the referral code TheGamingRevolution, you will go ahead and get yourself some free points within the application straight off of the bat just for using the referral code. So that means you can be partway on your way to getting yourself some free Call of Duty points straight off the bat. All you've got to do is just simply click the link and it will either open up the Apple Store if you're on iOS, or it will open up the Google Play Store if you're on Android. And then you can simply download and install the app. Now, the app is called Blue if you're on iOS, but it's called App Bounty if you're on Android, but it's the exact same application. And as I said, as soon as it's downloaded and installed, if you've used my referral code by simply clicking the link in this video's description, you would have gotten yourself some points straight away on the app. Now, if you're on Android, there is an extra step that you need to do before you can start earning points within the app. And what you need to do is within the application, as you can see from the footage in the background, is that you need to enable tracking. This is just a requirement that you need to do on Android, so make sure you enable tracking if you're on Android, otherwise the app won't work. If you're on iOS, there's nothing you need to do, you can go ahead and start earning points straight away. Now, as I was saying earlier, why this app is so useful and is so much better than any alternative apps that are similar to this application is because you can earn points on this app very fast, whereas other apps, it takes quite a while. And as I said earlier, that's because there are different ways to earn points within this app. So the first way is that if you go over to the apps tab within this application, there are various different apps that you can go ahead and download. Now, I would recommend doing the limited time apps first, simply because those tasks are going to be the one that will get yourself the most points. Now, these tasks range from a various different range of offers. So, for example, some of them will simply want you to download the app, and then once you've downloaded the app, all you've got to do is open it and you'll be granted the points within App Bounty straight away, and then you can delete the app. Some of them will simply require you to install the app and then you will have to play it, for example, 5 minutes, and then you will get the points. Or some of them will require you to download the app and install it and then get up to a certain level within the app or get a certain amount of points within the app, etc. Now, there is also a very cool daily features reward within this application. Now, what this daily feature reward is it will give you a special bonus every single day that you use the app. So the more days you use the app, the more daily offers you will receive. And some of these offers are, for example, it may give you a percentage increase of the points you earn. So for every amount of points that you earn, it will multiply that by a certain percentage. So you're going to be earning stuff a lot faster. So make sure to use it every day so that you can receive that daily bonus. Now, you're also able to invite a friend within this application, which again can be used to go ahead and get yourself some more points within this app. Now, if you go over to the tasks tab within the application, here's where you can get even more points. And why these points are so useful is that you can simply earn points by just watching videos. Now, these videos can be anywhere between 30 seconds long to a couple minutes long, and once you've watched the video, you will get some points straight away. Now, if you click on the task center within the application, you can also see that there are various other ways you can earn apps as well. And this is a part of a brand new pay-to-play system that has been added into the app. And this is the #1 way in which I think that this app is miles better than any similar app. Because as I said, with the other tasks that you are able to complete, you simply get points by downloading and starting the application. However, with these tasks, you get points the more you play the app. So for example, you could download one of the apps and play it for half an hour and you will get a ton of points, because as I said, the more you play the app, the more points you will get. So essentially you're getting paid to have fun playing a game, which is mental. Now also, another way in which this app is a ton better than any alternative apps is that there are a millennia of different offers to complete. You may find with any alternative apps you may run out of offers and you might have to wait until the next day for more offers to be added, but with this there is a millennia, you'll never run out. And if you go down to the bottom of the apps tab, you will see that you'll be able to log in with Facebook. Now if you log in with Facebook, you will get even more offers within the application, so I would definitely recommend logging in with Facebook. Now within the tasks page, when you go onto the task center, some of the offers simply require you opening up a offer, and some of those offers will simply require you to open up a web page, and then you can close that web page and you would have gotten the points. Now others require you to register onto the website, so for example to complete a survey or something like that, and they give you a ton of points. For example, this one gives you 944. Alright, so once you've managed to get enough points within the application, this is where you can go ahead and get yourself some free Call of Duty points for free supply drops and or liquid divinium. So if you go over to the rewards tab, you will see a ton of rewards that you can get. Some of these include Netflix, Nintendo eShop cards, Ticketmaster cards, Tesco cards, League of Legends cards, Facebook cards, Minecraft cards, iTunes cards, Amazon and Prime Video cards, PlayStation Network cards, as well as Steam cards. Now if you're trying to get free Call of Duty points, you want to go ahead and click on the PlayStation cards, and as you can see, a £5 PlayStation Network card is only 3,400 points, and you can do that with just a few tasks, because as I was showing you earlier, some of the tasks give you around 1,000 points just for completing one of those tasks. So this means you can be getting free PlayStation Network or Xbox Live cards every 10 minutes or so, which is very, very fast. So if you're on PS4, get yourself a PlayStation Network card, and once you've gotten yourself the PlayStation Network card, it will give you a code which you can then type in on your PS4, and then with that code you can purchase some free Call of Duty points for free supply drops and or liquid divinium. Now if you're on Xbox, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and purchase a free Amazon card. Now once again, it's only 3,400 points for a £5 Amazon card, but I would recommend saving up for one of the more expensive ones because you'll get a better percentage with your points to money. And once you've gotten the free Amazon card, you can go onto Amazon.com and you can go ahead and purchase a free Xbox Live card on Amazon. And once again, once you've gotten that card, you can type your Xbox card into your Xbox One and then once again purchase some free Call of Duty points within Black Ops 3 for free supply drops and or liquid divinium. And obviously if you're on PC, you can go ahead and get yourself a Steam card, which is once again 3,400 points for just a £5 card. Now the final thing that I just want to say before I get into this video is that if you download this app by clicking the link in this video's description, you must click the link in this video's description or type in your browser http://abo.io/thegamingrevolution into your browser, and then you download this app and you use my referral code and you complete some tasks within this application. Send me a screenshot of you completing those tasks either on Twitter or on Snapchat or indeed on Instagram. My Twitter is @thegamingrevohd, my Snapchat is just thegamingrevo, and my Instagram is thegamingrevolution YT. And if you send me a screenshot of you completing some of the offers within the app using my referral code, I will either follow you back on Twitter or add you on Snapchat or follow you on Instagram. This is just to show your support for helping me out by checking out the application. So yeah, make sure to go ahead and do that. I do apologize that this introduction has been very, very long, but finally with that all out of the way, we can get into the video. So let's jump straight into it.
We'll never surrender. Skin boots on a Saturday night.
Hello guys, this is the Gaming Revolution here, and welcome back to an all new Black Ops 3 Zombies video. In today's video, we're going to be going over the best farming strategy currently to farm liquid divinium within Black Ops 3 Zombies. Now, within my last video, which I went over the strategy that you can do on Vrux, a lot of people were telling me down in the comment section, well, hey, I don't have Zombies Chronicles, I only have Shadows of Evil and the Giant, or I only have Shadows of Evil, or I've only got the base maps and Eisendrache, etc, etc. So what I've decided decided to do in today's video is I'm going to go over the best farming strategy to farm liquid divinium on every single map within Black Ops 3 Zombies. This way, it doesn't matter which DLCs you have, you will always be able to use at least one of these strategies. Now, if you have all of the DLCs, Verrucht as well as Zetsubou No Shima are the two best liquid divinium farming strategies, so those are the ones which I recommend using. But as I said, this video is going to be for everyone, so it won't matter which maps you bought, you will be able to at least use one of these strategies. Now, if you do want to enjoy this video, by the end of it, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and go for 1,115 likes on today's video, as well as subscribe to the channel so you never miss a future upload here on the channel. Don't forget to turn notifications on to ensure furthermore that you never miss an upload. But with that all out of the way, let's get straight on into the video. Now, before I get into all of the different strategies, I need to say that all of these strategies are very similar. Basically, what every single strategy is going to consist of is staying within the spawn room until round 7 and then spam opening all of the doors, buying war weapons, just basically purchasing anything on the map, and you will pretty much around 80% be guaranteed a liquid divinium on round 7. However, the strategies are going to be slightly different on each map. I also want to say that when you're using either of these strategies, make sure to put your best gobblegums on. So put Perkaholics on, put Insta-Kill gobblegums on, put Dead of Nuclear Winter gobblegums on, because those are going to help to speed up the rounds the most. And also the most important thing to put on is the round robin gobblegum, because this will allow you to skip the rounds. Now, don't worry about using these gobblegums, because once you've gotten to round 7 and you've earned your liquid divinium, you can go ahead and close the application so that you will keep all of your gobblegums within your game. Or what you can alternatively do is you can simply pause the game once you've gotten your liquid divinium and join one of your friends' game. This is quicker than closing the application, since you can get into your next game very fast. And essentially, this is going to be a rinse and repeat cycle. So you want to start your game, survive up to round 7 in the spawn room, then purchase everything on the map, and you'll be pretty much guaranteed a liquid divinium most of the time. Then close the application or join a friend's game, then do it again, and you can keep on doing this over and over again. Now, if you've got round robins, you can get a liquid divinium around every 3 to 4 minutes on most maps, which is very fast, as you can tell. So if you do this for a couple hours, you can get a ton of liquid diviniums. Now, you can do these strategies with 1, 2, 3 or 4 players. It doesn't matter how many players you have within your game, but it is much better if you're doing this with 4 players. The reason for this is because all 4 of your players can get round robins on, and if you all use round robins, as you can probably tell, you can get up to round 7 in about 2 minutes if you all have round robin on. So if you don't have any players to grind liquid divinium with, you can go ahead and leave your PlayStation Network or Xbox Live names down in the comment section down below so that you can team up and find a team to grind some liquid divinium. So with that all out of the way, let's get into the first strategy. So first of all, we're going to be taking a look at Shadows of Evil. Now, once again, you need to stay in the spawn room and make sure you've got all those gobblegums on, because those are going to help. Now, when the game came out, people thought that the fastest method was to shoot the Shadow Man's head to skip up to round 15, and then you would spam open all the doors. But it's actually much quicker if you just stay in the spawn room and stay up until round 7. So buy the RK5 and buy the Shiva off the wall, just so that you can survive through the rounds. You don't really need to buy anything else apart from gobblegums, and just quickly get through the rounds and get up to round 7. Once you're up to round 7, go ahead and spam open all the doors on the map. You can stay anywhere within the spawn room. It won't affect how quick this strategy is. With some of the other maps, I'm going to have to explain specific ways to stay within the spawn room to help out. So yeah, once you're up to round 7, just purchase anything you want on the map. Wall buys, doors, it doesn't really matter, and most of the time you will be granted with a liquid divinium. And then once you've done that, you can simply close the application or join a friend's game so that you keep those gobblegums, and then you can just keep on rinse and recycling this process. Now, Shadows of Evil is one of the faster maps. It's probably around the 3rd or 4th fastest. Now, the next map we're going to be taking a look at is the Giant. Now, once again, this is the exact same strategy. Just simply stay within the spawn room of the map. Make sure to use those Dead of Nuclear Winters, those insta-kill gobblegums, as well as those round robins to get through those rounds really fast. Now, once you're up to round 7, once again, you can go ahead and spam open all of the doors on the map, or just purchase anything on the map, and you will be pretty much guaranteed a liquid divinium most of the time. Once you've done that, once again, you can close the application or join a friend's game, and you can keep on rinse and recycling this process. Now, this one is slower than Shadows of Evil because the spawn room is a bit larger, so I'd recommend using Shadows of Evil if you've only got Shadows of Evil and the Giant on your disc. The next map is the Eisendrache. Now, this one used to be the best farming strategy, and it's still one of the best, but it's only around the 3rd best. So once again, simply stay in the spawn room of the map, only purchase an RK5 and a Shiva off the wall to help you out through the rounds so that you don't die. Obviously, don't buy anything apart from ammo if you go low on ammo, and get through the rounds as fast as possible by using those gobblegums, which I said earlier. Once you get up to round 7, once again, just spam open all of the doors on the map or purchase anything else on the map. And once you've done that, most of the time you will be granted with a liquid divinium within your game. And again, you can keep on rinse and repeating this process. The next map I'm going to be showing you guys is Zetsubou No Shima. Now, this is regarded as the best farming strategy. Now, when you're using this farming strategy, what you need to do is you need to make sure to stay within the back end of the spawn room. So do not go into the side of the map where there is the pond or swampland area. You don't want to go into that area, because if you stay within the back area by the gobblegum machine side, the zombies will only spawn in through 2 different barriers. This means that you can get through the rounds very, very quickly. And if you're in a game of 2, 3 or 4 players, you can at least have 1 person at each barrier, which means that you can pretty much kill the zombies as soon as they spawn in. So this method is very, very fast. And once again, if you are using those round robins, those dead and nuclear winters, as well as those insta kills, you'll be able to do this much, much quicker. You don't need to use these, but these are going to speed things up, as you will be closing the application or joining your friend's game, so you will keep the gobblegums. Again, as I said, all of these strategies are the best with 4 players. The more players you have within your game, just because of the gobblegums, means that you're going to be able to get through the rounds faster. Now, the next map we're going to be taking a look at is Gorod Krovi. Now, this is probably the safest spawn room to do this in. Well, Zetsubou is safer, to be honest, because it's bigger, but this is another one of those maps where the spawn room is quite safe. It's quite easy to survive, but this is one of the slower ones. But once again, just simply survive until the spawn room by an Aki-5 and a Shiva off the wall. Once you get up to round 7, go ahead, spam open all of the doors and stuff like that, and then you can just keep on rinse and repeat in this process. Now, moving on to Revelations, again, it's the exact same strategy, just simply stay within the spawn room of this map. Now, this is probably the easiest spawn room to survive in, even easier than Zetsubou, but it's slower just because it's a bit bigger. But you can also do the generator so that the apothecons spawn in. That will just get you some bonus points so that when you open all of the doors at the end, you will have more stuff to purchase. Once again, get up to round 7, then just spam open all of the doors or purchase war weapons or anything. You can just purchase anything on the map. Once you've spent all your money, during that process, you will pretty much most of the time be guaranteed a liquid divinium. Now, as for Zombies Chronicles, I'm not going to be showing you guys every strategy within Zombies Chronicles, because there's no point, because this video is going to show you the best strategy on every single map if some people don't have all the DLC. However, if you bought Zombies Chronicles, you obviously have all the maps within Zombies Chronicles, so there's no point showing you the best strategy on each of them if you can just use the strategy on the best map, which is Verrucht. Verrucht is the best farming strategy within Zombies Chronicles by far. This is second after Zetsubou No Shima. Now, the reason why it's the best is because the zombies only spawn in from 3 barriers. If you spawn in one of the spawn rooms, obviously there's 2 different spawn rooms. Now, if you spawn in the wrong spawn room, you can simply use anywhere but here to get into the other spawn room. And once again, you simply need to survive in this spawn room until you get up to round 7. Then you can spam open all the doors on the map and purchase war weapons and stuff like that. And most of the time, you will be guaranteed a liquid divinium. So yeah, this has been a look at every single best liquid divinium farming strategy within Black Ops 3 Zombies if you only have some of the DLC. I decided to do this for every single map so that it doesn't matter which maps you've bought, you will be able to do one of these strategies. As I said, there's no point me showing all of the Zombies Chronicles strategies since you have access to all the maps. You might as well just do the best one, which is Verrucht. But anyways, I just need to remind you quickly about the sponsor, which is indeed App Bounty. Once again, a link to it will be in this video's description. Make sure you go ahead and download it and use my referral code TheGamingRevolution to get some points straight away within the app. This app can be used to go ahead and get some free Call of Duty points for free supply drops and liquid divinium, and it's very, very fast. You can, as I said, get a £5 PlayStation Network card around every 5 minutes or so. But anyways, thank you for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe if not already for the latest and greatest Black Ops 3 Zombies news and information. So anyways, thank you for watching, and bye.